Welcome to Opinionated with Resla.
What's good, everybody? What is good? Welcome, welcome to the episode of Opinionated with yours truly. I am your host, Resla. Sorry, things are going kind of crazy. I might even have a little bit of internet issues because of this whole weird heat wave that has happened. So we're gonna sort it out in real time. I'm trying to eliminate a lot of background BS so that it doesn't affect us too much. I'm doing whatever I can, but no promises. Anyway, hopefully things have been good for you guys. Like I said, I don't. Things are looking kind of crazy. It says it looks good, but I don't know. Things are looking kind of crazy on my side. Hopefully things have been very good with you guys. No special announcements. No ahead of time. I know I haven't really been on in a little while. Real life shit, heat shit, things all over the place. New changes, new developments. Real life people. Just like things going on in our lives, things are going on in your lives, and be running with that. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't think about a lot of things. And sometimes when I'm going through social media or I look at what other people are going through in life, sometimes I don't know. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder if anyone is actually okay. If anyone is actually okay, or if we're just really out here pretending like we're not dying inside, especially those who are like creators, dying inside for likes. Some people are, or in real life, people are they want validation. I got cop cars that want to come by. They've been quiet all day. Now people want to go and die at this time. New York City, right when you least expect it, right? Um, like I said, people who are screaming for like validation. There are people who are on social media, whether they are Instagram followers or they are actual content creators or whatever. People who are looking for blue checks, and none of that means shit. And you ever notice that people people got all the language down. They talk about boundaries, they talk about healing, they're talking about trauma, they're talking about energy. But they're messy as fuck. They're still out here, they're still messy, they're still anxious, they're still ghosting people and calling that shit self-care. That's exactly what they're doing. Drop something, I don't even know what I dropped. My desk is so busy right now. They're calling that shit self-care. But I look at them and I'm just thinking to myself, like, bruh, you you don't need a sage. What you need is accountability. Everybody's got crystals, but they can't keep a fucking calendar. I'm talking about mediating, but they're mediating, but they can't manage their mood boards. Not for their real lives and not even at work. Posting therapy quotes while still texting their exes, what you doing? Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder, what do y'all even want to be healed? Or, or do you just want to look so broken so people can give you an excuse for you not to grow, not to move forward? Being a victim gets more likes, especially more than getting responsible, for sure. Growth doesn't just go viral, but trauma does. And that's why y'all out here performing sadness like it's a concert. People out here crying on cameras. They still crying here on cameras. Trauma dumping in the comment sections. This shit is crazy. Healing is the new hustle. I'm not sure when it took place, but it's a thing now. It is, in fact, the new hustle. Ain't nobody actually out here trying to get healthy. And then y'all want to talk about relationships. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. Yeah, I am having stream issues. I just seen it now. I'm having stream issues. See? There you go. Something going on with this heat wave thing. Uh, let's see what's going on. I'm because I'm seeing on my end, I'm having a little bit of an issue. Wait, I'm trying to get through this because if I keep looking at my screen, it's gonna go crazy. But we got people out here, as much as they talk about all the brokenness and whatever else, now they're out here talking about relationships. I've been watching people for a long time on the internet. I've been watching people a long time outside of the internet. Let me ask something that's real simple. Do people even like each other anymore? Very simple, very concrete question. Do people even like each other anymore? Or are we out here just swiping right, swiping left, and somewhere backwards for someone to tolerate us until they get bored of us or we get bored of them, or whatever one you want to look at it. I'm out here still listening to people talking about dating is just a vibe, aesthetics. The fear of missing out is the thing that I keep getting a lot from the sense of people. I'm hearing people out here and I'm like, you want love, but you keep backup plans. You want honesty, but you lie to yourself every day. That's not love. That's just survival mating. You're not out here dating people. You're dating projections of who you wish you could be, who you wish that you actually were. And sometimes I wonder who would we all be if Instagram disappeared, if YouTube Shorts disappeared? Who would you actually be? What would happen if the majority of y'all got streams interrupted the moment they saw you were streaming inside your car? Would you still get dressed the same way? Would you still speak the same way? Would you still have the same thoughts? Or would you finally realize that you're not that rather would you realize you're not the kind of personality that quite frankly your algorithm and your echo chamber would hold you up to be? Just to be honest, you're not authentic. You're curated. Same way how we have to curate content to give to people, you curate your own life. You are not the real you. You built a personal brand before you built an actual personal identity. That's what we got out here when it comes to a lot of people. You copy tweets, you post reels, you cite TikTok fucking psychology like it's the gospel. You're not growing. You're plagiarizing personality traits. That's what you're doing. And here's what gets me. When you give people the mic, they freeze. Because when you can say something meaningful, you realize you don't actually have a goddamn thing real to say at all. All you have is rhetoric. All you have is narratives. All you have is talking points. Let me give you a little bit of grace. It's not your fault. You've been trained to make mistakes. You've been trained to mistake volume for value, which is why more than half of you get up on platforms or even get in chats because the only way you can actually have a little bit of volume in chat is to hit all caps and try to make yourself seem like you're the loudest person in the room. be it on panels, be it on Discord, be it on in a chat room. Let's be real. You think you're doing something because you put out a whole bunch of all caps. You think you're doing something because you spammed a shit ton of fucking emojis. You're not. If you can't handle responsibility, if you cannot handle the responsibilities of the few things, you got no business demanding control over the many. Stop talking about systematic oppression when you're ducking calls from your friends and your family. Stop ranting about capitalism when you're living off of your girlfriend. You want to save the world, but you can't even manage your bedroom. I said what I said. You don't need a platform. You need a fucking planner. And here's the thing. Here's the real thing that sticks. What if you actually win? What do I mean by that? What happens when you get the followers? For people that just say they want to be liked, they want to have accolades. I'm not just talking about content creators, people in life in general, how they move, because content creators move no differently. What happens when you get the followers? What happens when you get the success? What happens when you find the peace? Most of you are most of y'all are too scared to fail. You're too scared to grow. So how are you going to get these things? Even if it looks like it might be happening, you know what happens? You sabotage anything healthy because being miserable is too familiar. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not afraid of being alone either. You're afraid of being seen without your mask. And yet, if you're still wondering, hey, look at you. You're still alive. For those who actually put themselves through the fire, you are still alive. You're still resilient. You're still resisting. You're still thinking. Still not completely cooked by the algorithm just yet. So I want to know, what exactly are you going to be doing something different? Hmm? And I think, if anything, here's your wake up call. Here is your chance to put up your wake up call, especially to those of you who move around from place to place, from sector to sector, from creator to creator, who talk in your real life, who talk to your friends, who talk about whatever else. Here's your chance to actually say something real and meaningful. Drop your thoughts. Drop your thoughts if you catch this in the replay. Drop your comment. You tell me what you wonder. Don't post some fake deep shit. Don't quote your favorite influencer. Cause most of you do. Tell me what's been sitting in the back of your mind that you've been too afraid to actually say out loud. You guys have been watching Opinionated with yours truly. Again, this is Opinionated with Resla, not Safe Take with Simps. For those who come in and actually catch us on the replay, or you see me right now, you should be subscribing. You should be hitting that fucking bell. And if you're really real about it, and you manage to catch this live, you know how I am. I drop a link from time to time and we talk about it. We hash out a thing. But do not pull up unless you've got something real to say. I'm not willing to deal with bullshit. Otherwise, stay in the comments where most people hide. Stay in the motherfucking comments. No, I'm gonna address a couple of things. What's going on, Becca? Peace. What's going on? Lanes is in the building. Appreciate you. 16 and got like 4 people watching. That's about typical. Most people are lurkers. Jessica Jane. Okay. All right. Welcome. Some I don't even think it matters. I don't think there's a person that doesn't have evil in them. And if anything, because of ego, one person's just going to try to out evil somebody else. The problem that we run across a lot of people is that somehow they want to believe that they are the most sinister or the toughest or the most holiest or the most goodest or whatever the fuck you want. There's always somebody that's going to be able to be better than you. That's willing to go do something worse than you. That's willing to be nastier than you. That's willing to be more upkept than you are. The question is, why the fuck does it matter to you? Most people are fixated on other people instead of their own fucking lives. No, you can't see evil in their eyes. You can only see your perception in their eyes. Remember, it's a looking glass. Most people like to say that it's the looking glass of their soul. It's really the looking glass of your own. You see only what you want to see. That's the best part about the looking glass. You see only what you want to. Even if everybody else doesn't see it, it's on you. If you need a bad guy, you will construct anything in your mind to try to prove that they are such thing. I go through it all the time, and I've learned to be indifferent. I just don't give a shit about them. I really don't care. Because I just have to remind myself one thing: I am not there for them. It's that simple. There's this, oh, I hate them so much. I've had people that I've definitely been around, friends, or rather, acquaintances of other friends, who said that they don't like me. People at work who said they don't like me. I've had people tell me, "Hey, do you know so and so don't like you?" And I just go, "And you're telling me this? Why? Why would I care?" Well, I mean, if you want to help fix that relationship, fix what? I've done nothing to them. What is there for me to fix? As far as I can tell you, ain't shit broken. I'm not broken. Seems like they are. Seems like they need to fix their shit. Seems like they're the one with an angst, not I. Why would I need to fix something that's not my problem? Why? Why would I need to fix something? Well, maybe you should walk up to them and at least ask, if they have a problem with you. Motherfucker, you just came to me and told me that they had a problem with me. And if they have a problem with me, shouldn't it be their business to come to me? Why is it my problem to fix their issue? If I walk in, listen, if I walk in and I'm nice, not even nice. If I walk in and I do my job and I talk to them because it's my job to talk to them, and they still have to do things that we have to work together, whatever the case may be. Why do I? And this is the thing I try to get with people. When I go to work, the same way how when I meet new people, when I meet friends of friends, right? I am friendly. I am showing pleasantries. I am doing niceties. That doesn't mean I'm your friend. Until we have established that is an agreed communication, we are not friends. We will remain acquaintances. It doesn't even mean anything if you manage to like me. If we have not agreed to be friends, we are not friends. If I have not considered you to be a friend, you are not my friend. People perceive things all the time. And I don't take it personally. I just say that's a problem between you and you because you and I have not had this conversation. In order for us to become friends, both have literally would have to try to build rapport. to build a bond. One side cannot build a friendship. What's going on, Leopard Print? If that is the case, Becca, you say about the eyes thing, then everybody would just say that all Asians are evil. Most people say that anyone who has different eyes than they do is evil. It's just the way it is. People want to talk about character, but the truth of the matter is that I love it's the people that have some of the most immoral characters, but try to pretend like they have moral characters that will try to judge other people as being immoral. And I go, well, what exactly? Why is it immoral? And they say, well, you don't meet my standards, but you're riddled with fuck ups. Moral? You're riddled with fuck ups. I've literally had a man who was literally out on parole for murder try to justify to me about what it means to be a good person. I'm like, Negro, you are literally commit one of the largest sins in the world. Do not believe that you can talk to me about being good. You might be able to hold on to a Bible and say how much you've been redeemed. I don't need to have redeemed. I don't have to have redemption points. I'm not building up coupon points. I'm not getting flyer miles. You need to be redeemed, not me. Do not talk to me about what it's like to be good. You fucked up. This is why this is why when people do really stupid things, don't talk to me about morality. And keep in mind, for the most part, I don't ever really judge anyone when it comes to morality because you know why? I just don't care enough about you. Especially not enough, especially not enough, especially not enough to say that I should have a swaying talk with you because most people's minds are made up. The most I can do is mention something that they might remember later. And then, therefore, if shit falls apart, they have another avenue they can go to. When most people think that their way is just the way, I leave them the fuck alone because nothing else matters. It's okay. A hard head makes a soft behind, as they say, Joe. Yeah, logic absolutely holds me. You know what doesn't? Moronic holding of opinions, false beliefs, things that don't do anything to change. I'm willing to adapt. Most people want the world to revolve around them. I'm willing to revolve around the world. I'm willing to grow with the times. Most people want the time to grow with them. This is what I think it should be, and this is the way I think the world should not change because that's the way it's going to make me feel unhappy. And I'm going, why the fuck would the world care? Why the fuck would the world care? If the planet was on its way to exploding, right? Well, I'm not very happy because the planet has decided to go to this far, is about to die right now, and I'm not very happy that the planet's about to die. So therefore, I think that the planet should not die. What would that change? Damn, planet's about to go. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm gonna do my best to live the most prominent days that I have left since we're all going anyway. Because I don't think they're gonna come look to me to save the planet. This is gonna be Armageddon where they're gonna pick my ass up to go figure anything else out. It's not gonna happen. Most people have closed minds for several reasons, by the way. Several reasons. It's because either one, they believe they know what's best, and that even has many dimensions to them. It could be because these are the things that they've already have tried and made true. These are the things that they've already seen other people do. That's most people's decision making process, by the way, folks. Most people will only defer to things that they have done themselves or have seen done. Most people are afraid to do something that they haven't seen before and they haven't done before. And those are the people that actually, when they're willing to pave the way, are the ones that actually get to lead. Sorry, or should I just get really down to, oh, he said lead. I don't care about your traumatizing words. I said lead. Lead. That means innovate. That means take charge. No, I didn't mention anyone's relationships. But I know so many people, y'all get traumatized the moment y'all hear lead. Oh, he said lead. Oh, that must be leadership. Leadership. That must be talking about my relationship. Relationship. He must be talking about woman and man. You are so fucked up in the head. Most people are not willing to do what's unknown. They want someone else who's already done it to show them the way, to handhold, to hold their leg. Most people are not willing to try to say, I'm going to figure this out all by myself and I'm willing to go fail my way to success. Most people are not built that way, especially in this day and age. And the funny part about it is that it's easier to do it now than it's ever been because you literally have technology and you have information in the palm of your hand. And people use those very tools to look at cat and dog videos. Now, not even real cat and dog videos. Now the videos are not even real. They're AI generated. Cable, you said what? You said most people fail. Most people fear failure and fail to realize it's not about scoring, but about exploring. Nice little rhyme there. If that makes sense. It does. I guess. I agree. I agree with the comments. I'm trying to figure out the scoring part because something about the word scoring, I don't know what it is. Something about the word scoring is making me it's stopping me, and I don't know what's in the back of my mind that hasn't come up with a logic for it yet. For some reason the word scoring is stopping me, but I agree with the comment. I think I'm just like why scoring, and I'm like no, obviously they want to win. They want to they want the accolades. They want, but for some reason it's stopping me. Now I'll figure it out some other time. What back recesses of my mind are having a problem with that word anyway. But I do agree with the comment. I wonder about a lot of things, but in this stage, I'm wondering on why a lot of people are not doing what they have to do to take charge of themselves, especially when it's we are in the we are in one of the most prominent times to do so. We have more people that have been more able to take charge of their lives than ever before. Especially now when we see that the world that we know it to be, and I'm just saying when I say the world, I mean our world, since most people are taught on the idea of fantasy of the world revolving around them, which is untrue. But there is more that you can do to be able to bring up your humble beginnings, but most people are too afraid to do it still. And that's just an aspect of human conditioning. No, no, I got where you were going with it. Cable, I got where you were going with it. But for some reason, the word scoring, I don't know why it stuck out. The word scoring just stuck out to me. I knew exactly what you were saying. Oh no, there's absolutely is. Absolutely, Lindsay. There's absolutely utility in misery. I just don't. And I also agree this saturation, especially when you say in the static part of it, right? The Raging Tomato, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping by. I get that as well. The funny part about it is that when we hear the term that we hear the saying like misery loves company, right? If they're misery, I don't know anyone, personally speaking. Maybe y'all weird. I don't know. I'm on the internet, so you can call me weird. You see my face, you see me talking to you. I do this, so you may be looking at me as weird. And let's be honest, I must be weird because YouTube is 20 years old. Social media has been older. For me to do this the same way how a lot of us do this, you know what? Sarah is weird. Sarah's weird. We're all weird. Hey, Clay Foundations is weird. You know why? Because 15 years ago, YouTube itself is 20 years old. 15 years ago, people thought us being weird for thinking that being on a camera and speaking to people could be a job. That social media shit is not a job. Great example of this for those who know who this person is. I Show Speed. His own mother was his greatest hater. Now he is one of the top streamers in the world on the entire fucking globe. People still think that this thing is weird. And let me tell you why. I don't blame his I don't blame his mother for how she reacted, for how she what she did to him. I blame her for having a mindset that got stuck and could not evolve with the times. This is why I said it's important. Most people get to a point in life because they did these things to get where they are and they get stuck. And therefore, they think that everybody else should do those things if they want to be able to get somewhere else. Most people don't understand that in order to get to that level of excellence, right? We're not talking about all right, good, great. I'm talking about excellence. I'm talking about award winning. I am talking about Olympian. It, Tony Robbins said it. The effort that you have to put is so much, but just for 2 millimeters more. You break your body, you spend so much time, you put too much energy, you sweat, you toil, everything for a few minutes of acknowledgement. And they consider it to be everything. Think about it. An Olympian has to go through years of back breaking effort, injuries, everything. Years of practice, years of death defying flips. Same thing for runners, same thing for pole vaults, all that shit. For a few minutes, if they win, to stand on a podium. Check that shit out. And for those who are willing to put in the work, it's amazing and it's worth it. To sacrifice years of struggle for just a few moments in the sun. And most people, to the point that I'm making, most people would rather stay in the shade and complain that the sun never comes their way. The majority will stay in the shade, know that they wish to stay in the shade, will complain about people who wish to be in the sun, but at the same time complain that the sun's shine, the sun beams or rays never hits them. Not even once in passing. Not even one time. They will even get close to people who has the sun beaming at them, just hoping that they can get a glimpse of how that warmth feels. But will never actually do the work that they're capable of, by the way. to do it. And in this day and age, most people, most people are gonna find themselves in a very precarious position. And I'm gonna say within the next 5 to 10 years. If in the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of people are gonna find themselves very, very much on shaky ground. I'm not gonna give my reasons why. Not right now. I've said some things in the past, but I'm not gonna put it out right now. But if you've been paying attention, if you're really paying attention, the world's about to shift in a real serious way. I have my suspicions about what's gonna take place. I'm just not ready to solidify it yet. But I'm looking at markets. I'm looking at how people are moving. I'm looking at what some of the most top innovators are saying. I'm looking at what's happening in the housing situation. I'm looking at what's happening in jobs. I'm looking at what are some of the new uh, industry jobs coming out. It's not looking good for a lot of people. I'm looking at what's happening to the funding for state education. The budgets that's leaving them, looking crazy. And what programs I'm trying to figure out still what programs they want to cut. That's something I haven't really gotten down to yet. What programs are they still want to cut nationwide? But a lot is taking place. I'm finding it actually amazing right now. I think that most people don't understand this. Uh, but that's the part I'm not even worried about, Lindsay. That's the funny part. I'm not even I'm not even worried about any of that stuff because guess what? War, economy, civil unrest, whatever president you've been under, because it's not like our current president is the only reason why we have economic issues, civil unrest, and war. We've had that under many different presidents. Under many. This one is no different. This one is not the best of all time. It's just that you're here during your turn. You probably had to research books or whatever else on some previous ones. This just happens to be the one that you're actually living within your lifetime. But there's always been war, always been economic issues. There's always been civil unrest. Like that's not the thing. Those things are going to repeat. Just like they say death and taxes, those things are always going to repeat. Unless you fall under a dictator. Those things are always going to repeat. You say, "Wow." Tell me if I'm wrong. War has always happened. Economies coming up and economies crashing has always happened. Civil unrest has always taken place. It doesn't matter which president we've been under. Whether you looked at them and when you were still in high school and junior high school or whatever, all the way until you're in adult years and you can actually vote for a mofo. They've always happened. And those things aren't going to go away. We will never have a president that won't deal with that. Never. We will never come into a point of society in any point of the world where someone doesn't want what we have or where we don't have to trade shit. Personal opinion. That's a personal opinion. That's a personal opinion. And you have to say only U.S. because I think there are plenty of people who might say that Winston Churchill is probably the best prime minister who ever ran shit. There are still people out here to this day that still talk about Saint Reagan. You say save the world. A lot of people will say that Churchill saved the world. Just saying. Just saying. I guarantee you, Winston Churchill has way more notoriety than Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt. turned out to be some kind of kind of a disaster. Damn, that's wild, Lindsay. That's crazy. I appreciate your Clay Foundation for the 199 super sticker. Appreciate it. Pick the good super sticker. Got the chair, the executive chair sitting out there. Appreciate it. You somehow want to, you can tell me all you want about how much you adore Teddy Theodore. It won't change the fact that if you don't know enough about Winston Churchill and what he had to overcome, it won't change what history has. How you adore someone doesn't change the facts. Our feelings don't change facts. Now you are allowed to have him as a favorite. You can be a fan. Some of us love heels. Some of us like wrestlers who were absolutely atrocious, garbage. But you're allowed to be a fan of them. That's cool. That's your opinion. I'm just gonna say that there has always been someone who's always better. You can say, yeah, they're probably were better on this and that, and but I like this person because and I'm gonna say it's okay. It is okay that you like peanut butter and not just peanut butter, but you like chunky peanut butter. If everybody else likes smooth peanut butter, but you like chunky peanut butter, it's okay that you like chunky peanut butter. Personally, I don't like chunky peanut butter. And there's some people that's just gonna say, "Well, I don't like peanut butter, whether it's chunky or smooth, because it must have jelly in it." I mean, okay, cool. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But do not think that you'll have to be able to quote educate me on Theodore. I know just enough about history as well to know exactly what Teddy's bear and what Teddy did. But as far as getting over so many other hurdles, personally, I'm gonna give it to Winston Churchill. Again, not that I even think that he's the best, but in terms of achievements, I'm gonna give it to him. You said that like that was gonna do anything to sway anything I just said beforehand. That did zero. And trust me, no, not all Americans withdrew their fucking funds. That didn't happen. And then guess what? There's a lot of things that can disprove that. You believe that all Americans went broke. That didn't happen. Oh, look at Lauren. And Lauren's the only one that noticed. Yes, actually, Lauren, I'm actually trying out my new camera. Yes, it's got a whole new color profile. Lauren's the only one who actually noticed. This is the first stream I'm actually doing I'm actually trying out my new camera. My old camera's sitting over here, waiting till I get a couple other things. But you're absolutely correct. Now, I would be sad that I have to use this camera during a heat wave. But yes, you're absolutely correct. Thank you. Good on you for noticing. 10 points for Lauren. Yeah, blind. I can tell you, I don't go out and sit out in the sun long enough to tan. I can't stand beaches. I can't stand beaches and bitches. So there's no way I was tanning. Well, I guess you can say more shiny. It's just more on me. And thank goodness I didn't moisturize my face, or my face would be extremely shiny. But I'll figure out a couple of things. I'll be messing around with this camera a bit more. I haven't even taken it outside, but I'm definitely still learning a lot more things about it. And I keep in mind, I haven't even bought anything to really change up my lenses yet. So I'm still using the additional lens that I bought with it. What do you mean extra handsome? You are lying. I've actually since I used this camera, I was looking. I was like, damn, my background looks dark. It looks dark because I got, like I said, I got my new smaller soft boxes. My background looks darker than I remember, and I was like, wow, I like it, but I don't like it. It makes me wonder about some things that I plan on doing in the future. So, well, we'll see how that turns out. We'll see. We shall see. But outside of that, I think a lot of people need to step the hell up because when shit happens, and again, shit will always happen. Shit is always gonna happen. You said the background looks closer. Believe it or not, it's not. It's not. It's not the background that's closer. I am closer, which is funny because the camera's further, but I'm closer. So again, new lens, new depth of perspective. Like the depth of field has changed from my normal camera. And the funny part is, like, I'm closer because my original lens is 16 millimeters, and this one is starting at 18 millimeters. So slightly closer. But my other one is a fixed lens, so I get a lot more visual effects out of it. But this one, this one's a telephoto. So I'll show you right now, telephoto. So you'll see here. Then I can. Oh, look at. So it's telephoto. I'm gonna buy a new lens whenever I can come up with the money and time, because I got other things I have to contribute to. And if I ever have enough funds to be able to come up with the money for it, and then I'll be able to have other things that can go into it. Now that's one of the reasons why I'm also having a bit of limited light, because I just need more of a casual lens for what I need it for. Oh, I do, I do. Yeah, depth of field is very important, especially because I have to learn a whole lot of more things in this. And if I ever plan on taking it out, I needed to do other things. As far as the lens that I have for particular visuals, I'm good with this one, but I do have lighting issues. I do have lighting concerns because this one I am turning up very much a lot just to get the light that I am right now. Sarah with this whisper with 1990 that said funding for whatever you just said you wanted to buy. I I appreciate it. And I have a lot of lenses, but now that I have a Canon lens, I have to figure out new Canon series. That's crazy. Yeah, but I don't know. I like this lens, but I'm gonna have to mess around with a whole lot of stuff to get it to work. Speaking of, you know what? And some should, some should, especially if you're new here. You should be checking things out. I have not streamed as much as I would like to because I've been very busy, work stuff, and me me getting together a lot of stuff for what's going on. And I've been really addressing a lot of other people who are closer in my network, because like everybody's going through something, so I want to make sure I'm also there for them as well. It's been a very interesting um weekend, about a week and a half. It's been very interesting. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I got a couple of things. Like I said, A lot of people are not taking advantage of what they should. A lot of people are still doing the blame thing. A lot of people are still not doing everything that's supposed to be doing in their power. They're still making a lot of mistakes. They're still really projecting. They're projecting a lot of their stuff, a lot of their trouble. I am so tired of people putting up reels, putting up mainly reels, to be honest with you, crying in their car, crying in their bathroom, crying in their living room. In fact, I don't know how many people of you know, but it's been the scourge. I know what the people gonna say the trend, but it's just the scourge of the internet right now. For those who know who this person is, she's a podcaster. But B Simone, everybody's talking about B Simone and talking about her not being able to fucking handle her finances. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I could not care less. Do not care. If she would, I would care if she told me that she was broke and on the welfare line. That would be the only time I'm gonna care. So we can do a case study on how you need to manage your fucking money. Other than that, not caring, not even a little bit. I think a lot of people out here need to get their ish together. I am surprised that I am still out here talking to a lot of people who, regardless if it's a different face, are saying the same things. And I'm going, y'all should just get a seminar together. Like, I wish I could make money building a seminar to put all these different people, all these different ethnicities, who all complaining about the same shit and say, you got the same shit as this gentleman over here, and you got the same thing as her. And you guys, like, have you noticed that all you come from different areas, of different backgrounds, of different employment, different, and you all are somehow gotten the same. But you know what's the one thing you all have in common? This thing in your motherfucking hand. You let this thing pretty much let you know that you're not good enough. One thing they have in common, they don't use shit properly. I find it to be absolutely amazing. No, it's not blood. Because if we ever thought blood would be the same thing that we all had in common, then we wouldn't have created literally bloodlines. We would not have created the differences in bloodlines if we all thought that we were all the same in blood. We wouldn't have gone so far out of our way to say that you. Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened. My camera just kind of went out for a quick second. I don't know what was that about. That was kind of crazy. I don't know what the hell that was about. I don't know if that was a camera thing or if that was a system thing. Because my system's been, you know what? It's something up with YouTube or something up with my system, and I think it's something more up with my system. Because I've been talking to my service provider, and they've been telling me everything looks good, but they're saying that some other things might be a problem. I may have to get with them and have a few words with them. They fucking with my vibe. Yeah, it's like my internet is straight. I run it. I got good upload, packet traces, everything is doing out perfect. But it'll do like this quick, short, where where it cuts out, and I'm like, you're fucking with my streams, like especially when like I just want to relax. See, I'm not even on a stream. Let's just say I just want to play a video game and I'm online playing a video game. You know how annoying it is. I'm here doing whatever, and I just either get kicked out of a party or I'm about to kill a monster, and all of a sudden the shit's gone because it's annoying. It's annoying. You're taking away from my mental space. You're taking away from the only things that are making me happy in the moment. If I've been hacked, if I've been hacked blind, it would be the first time I've ever been hacked. I have never been hacked. Never. Never been hacked. I'll be honest with you. I don't know when was the last time I had an antivirus. Never been hacked. I put too much work into my system to just willy nilly, just easily be hacked. I can't say anyone else knows anything about my system because I literally put my entire shit together myself. Any little rinky dink shit that could just be bought out of a store that's easily plug and play will never get first access to the fucking internet. Like, it will never happen. Am I drinking what? What the hell is that? Are you drinking absinthe? What the fuck? Well, what the fuck is that? Is that some wild shit y'all be touching in Texas? What is that? No, I am drinking bourbon and Monster. I'm drinking pure bourbon and I'm drinking my Monster combined. I have no idea what the hell was that shit you just said. Absinthe, like yeah, like it makes you hallucinate. If that exactly, exactly, that was crazy. First time I ever heard of it. That's the first time I've ever heard of it. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I try to stay away from anything that will try to make me a junkie in the future. I try to get away from anything that will rob me of my will. That's why I don't touch any of this other shit. I know you guys like to say, you only live once. But you know what? I'd rather live once and rich. How about that? I don't want to sit there drinking and inhaling all this bullshit and you find that you have regrets. Like, I was just sitting there drinking this hallucinogenic shit, and I thought I was out there smoking a blunt, and then you find out later on your friends were telling you wasn't smoking a blunt. You said you was sucking a dick. It's crazy. Why? Because you wanted to touch some. I'll stay away from it. I would in the comfort of my own home. Thank you very much. And there it goes again. It is something definitely going on. I'll check that out later. That's something weird. Oh, that's what it was. I don't want to see that. I'm good. Could have just did that my goddamn self. Fuck. Oh, that listen, that is also just as weird, Dom. What? That was a wild statement. That was wild. Is it is weed a gateway to knob slobbing? No, I'm telling you that there's been other things put mixed in from your weed. And since no one is even getting regular weed anymore, you guys got to get the shit that is the craziest shit in the world because you just can't find regular weed no more. Then yeah, it probably will end up being a gateway. It probably would. Y'all can't even get regular shit anymore. If you ask for regular weed, you can't get it. You can't find it. It's like walking. It's like walking. It's like walking into a place and you say, "I just want water." Well, we got flavor. We have sparkling. We have seltzer. We have. Like, I just want regular tap water. Ooh, we don't do tap water. We got sparkling. We have water. We have aged. We have distilled. We have. I just want regular water. I'm like, we don't do regular water here. If you can't get something in its original form anymore, you're fucked. So yeah, it might just lead you. And in fact, they might even name it that. They might even name it that. You got gas, Gorilla Glue, freaking purple, whatever, Jesus, in the clouds, life after death, fucking. And why don't they just make a new blend? It's called. No, what you was sucking? You never know. Tap water is poison in your state. Tap water is poison in your state. Tap water is not poison to everyone. Tap water is poison in your state. Not everybody around your parts could absolutely have tap water. In my parts, we're still good. We're still good. Well, crazy mama, you said who wants original, but who wants the shit that'll have you sucking a dick and you wasn't even aware of it? You want your sense of agency taken away from you like that? Hmm? Is that what you want? Girl, I just took 2 hits and I was gone. Just woke up later in the back alley and there was something running down my chin. That's crazy. That's not good, Cam. I would rather normal, rather the original. Listen, they might make it so strong that just a second hand they'll get you. But you gonna trash the original? I'd rather be a safe with original product that do original shit than worrying about some demon drugs. See, the way how the planet is right now, they're on demon drugs. You guys want demon drugs. You don't want the stuff that you want the stuff that will instantly kill you. You want the stuff you want the stuff that's gonna market you to say, yo, shit is so good you'll wake up in the ER. With tubes and needles sticking out of your ass. My yeah, my internet's going crazy. I don't even know why, because everything looks good except for I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. What else is there that I'm not seeing? Let's see what else I can do to try to eliminate. Because I don't even uh nope, nope, nope. I need that. I need that. I don't see anything. Oh, let me close this. Let me see if that's okay. That might be something. I don't have anything. I don't have anything serious running in the background. Performance is looking fine. GPU is fine. CPU is fine. I just think it's just. I just think it's a service in the matter of the heat wave. It's crazy. My end task on this. Up. I don't have any naked lady tabs up at all. Not even a little bit. If anything, that would have made some goddamn sense. That would have made sense. Let me see. Let me do this. Let me. I'm gonna exit this. I I just knocked out so much stuff now. I dropped everything except pretty much this page and practically OBS. I have no idea. Like I said, I think it's mainly everything that's going on in our system because they've been sending me text messages all day about having. I got so much free space on my freaking desktop now. It's just crazy. Yeah, yeah. This is looking crazy. I have no idea what's going on with all this. I'm literally sitting here trying to figure this out, and it's everything I'm looking at says it's not on my end. And the only thing I could actually do would be to say my entire system. I if I get time tomorrow, I'm gonna just I'm gonna have to curse them out again. Say, yo, it. You know what? Maybe KM. Here's the funny part. Like I said, everything else is telling me I'm good. The only thing that's telling me that I'm not good is StreamYard. Hmm. Everything else is telling me that I'm good except StreamYard. So I wonder if the issue is StreamYard. Because here's the thing, I don't I don't care about StreamYard. I don't need StreamYard. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Not unless I just want to not unless I want to do a panel. I really don't. I just use it so it can take away a lot of the extra bandwidth that I'm using. Outside of that, unless I'm planning on using a panel, I don't need StreamYard at all. I don't know. I do not know. But I do know that is it is absolutely interrupting the stream way too much. So let me go back here to the studio, see what's going on. Um. Oh, has it been giving you issues lately? Oh, if it's giving you issues lately the same way it's giving me issues right now, that might just tell me and if I do any other streams going forward this week, I may not just be on StreamYard. If that's the case, I might have to try out a couple other services or just do straight up into YouTube, which I can do. I just know it's going to be a lot more pull on my system, so I have to get away from a couple of bells and whistles. He says, Dom says, have you been going live lately, BFF? So I don't know who he's talking about. So he must be talking about Blind. Because I think Blind's been going live almost every day. At least that's the sentiment that I've been getting, that he's been going live a lot. What the fuck? Okay. People are out here losing their shit out here in these streets. Yeah, this internet shit is getting too crazy for me. And like I said, the only place that I'm seeing it going crazy, it looks like it's StreamYard. Hmm. See? We may get to that point. May get to that point for y'all streamers, for y'all people who like to use StreamYard. StreamYard might have to go away one day. Then y'all gonna have to really see the survival of the fittest. Ask yourself a question: are you ready? Are you ready for that time? I think hopefully y'all ready. Hopefully y'all. Well, my system is lagging way too much. I'm gonna testing for tonight. So I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end the stream because I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. You say you've been teaching yourself OBS because you don't have the time for me. So suck it. Hey. First of all, you're gonna have to make time. You have to make time with me. My time is not freely available. My time is very much stringent. So you have to make it worth my time because I got other shit I have to do. You need to have a particular point, particular setup, particular shit going on so I can make sure that I can do that with you. But I have a life because quite frankly, this is not my life. I don't get I don't get funded to stream for a living. If I did, then yeah, I could say whatever, cool, whatever. I got time because I just get paid to be on the internet. that's not that's not the way that actually happens. So yeah.